He walked through his yard and he said he was going to kill the kid.
6-year-old Kinsley White, her mother and father were shot on Tuesday after children from the neighborhood walked into this man's yard to retrieve a basketball. 24-year-old Robert Singletary was heard yelling at them. Then adults. Shortly after, shots rang out.
He just came back out with a gun.
He didn't care who he shot, who he killed. He was out to kill any and everybody.
A bullet grazed Ashley Hildebrand's elbow. Her husband was shot multiple times running to their 6-year-old daughter's aid. That 6-year-old Kinsley was shot in the left side of her cheek.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce Kenny here today, and I know I sound a little energy right now. It's just, I don't know, man. I won't say I'm depressed, but I'm very saddened what's been going on this past few weeks, man. The news has been crazy. First, you seen the intro. 6-year-old girl gets shot by a neighbor after a basketball rolls into the yard. It seemed like no one wants anyone to be anywhere near their house today, this week. I don't know what's going on. First, we get this black kid getting shot through the door. Like, I'm speechless. Like, I don't know what to say, right? Why did you shoot my daddy and me? 6-year-old girl allegedly shot by neighbor after basketball rolls into his yard. Like, imagine that. I grew up in the hood. That happens all the time. And you just get shot. And I kind of want to speak, before I get into the stories, I kind of want to speak to what the hell's been going on with the news media lately. It seems like race is becoming politicized again, but at a more extreme degree. New York Times, I don't know if any of the other news corporations going to cover this the same way they covered the other story. Let me just highlight it real quick, right? This man charged in front door shooting of black teen. You see how they capitalized it? Why they emphasize his race so much? For Ralph Yarl, Carl Yarl. And in here we just covering it as usual, but left-wing media with a left-wing bias, they won't specify black man shoots white 6-year-old girl. No, they'll say that's racist. But then here, man charged with shooting black teen. They emphasize his race. Why? Why we need to sensationalize these things? Wrong is wrong. Hey, if a boy just went through your front door and you shot through the front door, but to me, this is not a racial thing. This 84-year-old man probably was not in the right mind, shot through the door. It didn't matter who it was. I don't even think he had a chance to see the kid's skin color. But look at the related coverage. Your heart's only armed with black skin, family lawyer said. This probably sound like Ben Crump. But why we automatically assume race? Are we going to assume there's a racial component with this? Are we? Like, I'm asking for some consistency here. That's all I'm asking for. Is it race? If a crime is perpetrated and the two individuals are of different race, should we automatically assume it's a racial component? Yes or no? If you say yes, then this is racist. Then this has a racial component to it as well. 6-year-old girl, a bunch of white kids running around your yard, you get mad and you pull out a gun and you start running around shooting them. If the evidence is true for the Yohal case, yes, this 84-year-old man should go to jail. I agree. If the boy's only crime was he rung the wrong doorbell and he got shot through the door unprovoked, yes, the old man deserves to go to jail. I agree. A lot of people will react differently based on the skin color of the perpetrator. If it's a black man, we need to understand all the context. White man do the same thing. Oh no, it's because of racism. You automatically jump to race. I don't know why that's happening. And I think it's because of the way media covers stuff like this. The way they cover interracial crimes. Ben finished coming out with a segment earlier showing the crime rates of interracial perpetrators and criminals. And the amount of crime that happens against white people from black people is 85% of the time. Only 15% of the time a white criminal victimizes a black person. So the U-Haul case is rare. It fits a certain narrative that liberal media wants to portray, that black men are getting gunned down in the streets. It portrays this narrative that black men are getting gunned down in the streets. Oh, you could be walking black, you'll get shot at. Okay, so could the white girls assume, if you roll a basketball in a black man's yard, you're gonna get shot? No? Oh, that's racist? No? Okay. Like I calling it down the middle. We can't automatically jump to these conclusions. These things, we treat them as is. Hey, that was a crazy case. We don't expect it to be normal for a man to flip out on you because a basketball landed on his yard and you get shot up. Just like we don't expect it as normal that if a kid, 16-year-old kid, rings the wrong doorbell, he gets shot through the door. That's not a normal thing that happens. But to infer some type of motive, y'all politicizing race now. Because y'all trying to push a narrative. And this is why I keep telling people, hey, look, mainstream media, journalism, they're not trying to give you information. They're trying to shape you and tell you how to think about these things. This is why we have to be very scrutinized with these liberal media. We can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. This is why they get mad when Elon Musk labels them government-funded organizations. They don't like that because it challenges their credibility. But of course I have to challenge your credibility when y'all instantly go to race. These things are both wrong. But for one person, their family got $1.7 million. They're going to go meet the president once he's recovered. And the 6-year-old girl, you think that's going to happen with her? No, it's not. She's just going to live her day-to-day life, recover from this, and that's it. No GoFundMe, no meeting the president, nothing. Even though what both of them suffered was essentially the same thing. You can make the argument the little girl suffered worse because the dude actually ran out and chased her and got her mom and her father. While the y'all are kid, yes, he got shot. Yes, I understand it. He's critical condition. Hope he recovers from this. But you can make the argument the old man was senile and he was unrealistically scared of whoever was in front of the door and he just shot through the door. Because based on the reports, the kid never went inside the house. So the dude just shot at the door the minute the doorbell rang. So I'm saying, I don't know if it's a glass door. I don't know what kind of door it was. But I don't think the old man had the ability to see through the door to see if it was a black kid or not. But hey, I'm speculating just like all y'all guys are. So, but end of the day, I want to get into this story. This is insane. I'm sorry for the long monologue, but I felt like I had to express that because now we're rewarding people to seek out these instances where white people do something against black people because the supply doesn't meet the demand. The media is looking for that. They're looking for more of white man shoot black kid. That's what they're looking for. And once they get it, it's everywhere. They push it fast. The story don't even have the time to you don't even have time to get all the evidence. Boom, push a narrative. But every other instance, oh no, we don't know the full contents, whatever. Or it's just, oh, that's just local news. But now, oh, black man gets shot by a white person. Oh, national news. It's a national story. We want everyone to know about this. But in this instance, is everyone going to know it? The only reason people will know about it is because people like me are covering it. That's it. That's how I found out about it. I saw someone cover it. I was like, oh, shoot, is this true? Looked up Daily Wire, which is my favorite place to look at for news. Boom, I found it. I was like, wow. This is craziness. This is sad that we having almost a 2-tier perspective of how we viewing the same crime. That's the same crime. It's the same crime. Boy went into someone's property, got shot. Girl went into someone's property, got shot. Same thing. It should be open shut case. We should treat both sides the same, right? But people who, the race hustlers out there, people who think black people got a chip on their shoulder, think black people are discriminated against, that racism is so prominent in America. But for some reason, the black kid got more attention, monetary incentive, right? He got $1.7 million in his GoFundMe, going to meet the president when he recovers. But the white girl, we are assuming this, nothing's going to happen with her. She's just going to live her day-to-day life. Now, if we reverse the roles, what if the white girl was, oh, she got a $1.7 million GoFundMe. She's going to go meet the president and the black kid, oh, nothing happened. Oh, we covered it a little bit. Oh, that's right. All he got was attention, and then that's it. No more, no nothing. You black people will be throwing a fit right now. And all I'm asking for is some consistency down the middle. If you're going to cover the instance of this crime happening, cover it the same way. Cover it consistently. But then the mainstream media is going to get mad when people like me, critics like me, say, hey, mainstream media is only here to push a narrative. They're not here to tell you the truth. And they'll get mad. Oh, we're here to inform people. No, you're here to inform people of a particular case study to validate your narrative, your worldview, and then pretend you're being objective about it. Oh, no, we're just spreading the truth. No, what truth? You're crafting a narrative. This is narrative crafting at its finest. Prime example. 2 cases similar. One, everyone's gonna hear about it. This one, no one's gonna hear about it. For the most part, they're not gonna hear it as fast as they heard the other one. And the only way you hear something like this if you get your news from social media. I'm sorry, guys. I'm supposed to be covering this. I haven't spoken a lick about this. A 6-year-old girl was shot along with her mother and father by her neighbor after a report of a basketball rolling into his yard, according to reports. Kinsley White suffered from a bullet fragment in her cheeks, and the front cover already covered this. But this is sad. He looked at my husband and my daughter and told me, "I'm going to kill you." Brand told WSOC. Singletary apparently kept shooting. Helderberg's and Kinsley's grandmother said, "I believe he would have got me and my husband too. He just ran out of bullets." Wow, this man emptied the clip. Gaston County Police has obtained warrants on Robert Louis Singleton for his involvement in the shooting. The Gaston County Police stated that Mr. Singletary has been charged with 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with an intent to kill, inflicting serious damage, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. Mr. Singletary remains at large. At least the old man, he it's a rap ski for him. He old. He can't escape. But this guy's at large. He can cause more damage. And he had a record already. A danger already to his people already. In his community. It don't matter if black, white, whatever. This man's a danger to any community he's a part of. Especially if he has no self-control. You get mad because a kid ball ran on your court? You shoot through a door because you heard a doorbell ring? Like, depressing news today, guys. The Gaston County Police Department encouraged the citizens in the area to remain vigilant and report any signs of Mrs. Singletary to the Gaston County Communications Center. The police added, Singletary is likely to face more charges for allegedly shooting into neighbors' houses. I want to say to the people of Gaston County, this sort of violence will not stand, Police Chief Stephen Zell said. So, and it says in December 2022, the Gastonian Police Department charged Singletary after he allegedly assaulted his 21-year-old girlfriend with a mini sledgehammer. She told us authorities he struck her in the back of her head. After the alleged attack, he reportedly kept his girlfriend inside his apartment for over 2 hours. He was released on bond. Wow. Craziness. So it's to be expected. Repeat offender, right? And then people will get mad at me saying, "Oh, shame on you. You want criminals killed." No, I just want tough on crime. I just want harsh consequences for actions like this. Stop giving people like this a slap on the wrist because you only encourage them to keep doing more stuff. Chicago getting ready for this weekend for another teen takeover because they got a soft on crime mayor over there in Chicago. When y'all gonna realize that being compassionate towards people who just are using your compassion see your compassion as weakness and is taking advantage of you? Like, when is it gonna stop? Consequences. Actions require consequences. They're like kids. Look, my son knows if he do something wrong, he step out of line, he gets a punishment. Timeout. Sometimes capital punch. Sometimes I hit him with my hands. Little tap on the hand, whatever. People have to realize there's consequences for doing negative choice. Like there has to be a cause and effect. It can't just be, mercy on them. They've been at disadvantage. No, it doesn't matter. You're responsible for yourself. You have to follow the rules of society just like everyone else is. There's no special treatment for you just based on your race or your skin color. I don't understand when I don't understand when this politicization started, man. I honestly don't. But hey, though, I know I feel like I'm all over the place, but this really troubles me. I'll say that the least. This really troubles me. Black people commit more crime towards white people than white people commit more crimes to black people, but for some reason, the media has been on a mission to push this narrative that black people should be worried about ringing doorbells because they might get shot. They're armed while black, and this is what, like, I don't know why the mainstream media want black people to have this statistically irrational fear about white people attacking them because the supply don't meet the demand. Like Malcolm X said, and Malcolm X was right about this. The media is the most dangerous entity in the society. Can make the guilty innocent and the innocent guilty. Can make you push a narrative that statistically barely happens, but make it seem like it happens every single day. And I think that's the game they're trying to play. But hey, I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.